Welcome, podcast listeners. This is episode number 236 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are also joined today by Mr. Oh my gosh, it's Josh.
Boom.
Ba-dabba-dabba-dabba-doom, indeed. I mean, yabba-dabba-doom, yabba-dabba-doom. He's in our hearts and minds, is our Ollie. He's not with us again this week. But who we do have is Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, he did the thing. Oh, it's good times. Lee's family's a little bit ill this week, so he's doing the dutiful thing and just being a downright good bloke and looking after them. I think he might be a little bit ill as well this week, so Godspeed and all that jazz, Lee. But what we've got this week is we've got a podcast. So we're going to cast like we never casted before. How are we, gentlemen? How are we?
Who's going first?
You can.
I'm not doing too bad. We've had another COVID household, so
Indeed.
I've been doing my very best to avoid it. I had some symptoms, but I was testing negative, and I'm still negative for now.
Hang
hopefully
on,
it stays that way.
I've got a incredibly ill-fated joke here about symptoms.
Go on then.
So Marge has got the blue hair and Homer's the fat one, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, for God's sake.
Start as we mean to go on. Come on. The symptoms.
That's poor.
Oh, it is. I mean, that was good enough to be at the end of our podcast. That was, weren't it? Really. But you're going to have to wait about an hour for that to happen. But yeah, so you've been getting over a bit of COVID light.
Yeah, I had some of the symptoms, but I've not been too bad. My mum's been pretty bad. My stepdad's now starting to get them all, so I'm just kind of like, putting salt and pepper over the door or whatever it is that you fucking do to christen. I don't know what the ritual is, but I'm doing it because I don't want to become ill.
I've not checked government guidelines for rituals. I'll be honest.
I don't know, something to do with a sacrificial goat. I don't know, one of them.
I believe you've got to have cheese and wine as well.
Oh yeah, I've got cheese in the fridge, but I've not currently drank since Christmas. So
there you go.
Pretty sure the cheese and wine is only for work events.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I do get these things, these wires crossed sometimes.
It's easily done.
It is. It's hard to keep up, isn't it?
Matt, how are you?
Yeah, I am absolutely fine. I'm awake, which is about all I can say. I've been in work early this week because there's board meetings going on and I've got to prepare shit for it. So that's been fun. Like 6 a.m. starts to get in for 7.
Nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
no is the answer to that. It's not nice.
Burning the candle clearly at both ends.
Yeah.
I'm at the moment. I'm looking over at this door, thinking someone's about to burst in. It's an incredibly windy night and things are rattling. You might even be able to hear it through the microphone. So I was like looking expectantly, as if like I was expecting a child to walk in and go, "Oh, Dad, something's happened," but no, it's just the wind. It's just the wind, which is thankful. Because yesterday he came downstairs and went, "Oh, one of my teeth have fallen out." Oh well,
so that was you £1 out of pocket this morning.
That's it. £1? What are you saying? 50p.
I always got a quid. I did.
I was going to say I always got a quid, and that was 20 years ago. Though 25 years ago, I was losing teeth.
Well, there you go.
Inflation's gone badly for.
Yeah, little pedal chap.
I don't think he can be called budget pedal chap anymore. And it's tight-fisted pedal chap.
And that's it. How do you think I can afford all these Chinese pedals? Teaching the kid the value of very little money. He'll have enough to buy a Joyo soon.
What if you smack him in the face a couple more times?
Or What is it? Moxky or Mosky or whatever.
Mosky are legit. In fact, actually, great segue there, my man.
You see what I did there?
I did. You've done really well. Although I feel that we're taking a little bit of the momentum out of this right now just by talking about it.
You mean like Segway are by folding so that no one can get batteries for their Segways anymore, so that you can't ride a Segway anymore because the batteries only last about 5 years and they've been gone for so long that all Segways are dead.
Yeah, they're essentially scooters now, aren't they? Like really big, heavy, expensive scooters.
Yep.
But there we go. We will use this segue as a proper segue. I've been up to something 2 weeks ago, which will be released this week. Which is the
efficiency.
Indeed. But since then, because I've been like covering for Pedalboards of Doom YouTube stuff, I've not recorded anything since. I've got nothing for next week. Yeah. I'll figure that out. That's
fix that.
That's next week's budget pedal chat problem. That is.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I this week I will be releasing the Mosky Spring Reverb, which has got two controls, which is like decay time. I think they call it dwell, but it's essentially like decay time and mix. And using like both of those controls, it's a very good pedal. It appears on quite a few people's boards, and you see it nestled in boards where the majority of the boards are much pricier pedals. So it's hanging with the big boys.
Yep.
So I thought I'd give it a go because Simon at JSA mentioned it, and Jay of AM Guitar had also said like it's a quality pedal. You've got to buy it. So I did, and it's good. I believe it's based on the Maleko Spring Reverb.
Sure.
Yeah, which was exactly
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
Exactly my my response. Oh, yeah, that's it. That sounds like a pedal. But it's really good. So definitely go check it out. As I alluded to a little bit earlier, this week I also did a video for Pedalboards of Doom, which tied in with a little bit of guitar news as well. The Helix 3.15 update had dropped. I think it dropped kind of the latter end of last week. It was a sneak attack as well. No one was expecting it, and on all of the promo for it as well, Line 6 put Helix 3.15 because 3.20 isn't ready yet. I mean, you gotta love them. So I did do that, and every time you update the Helix and the HX Stomp, it's a little bit squeaky bum time because I'm also part of like 3 or 4 different Helix Facebook groups, and you just get like periodically people going, "I've bricked my HX Stomp when updating it." Like it's completely unresponsive, or I'm stuck on this menu screen and nothing's happening. So it is a little bit like you just pucker in the sphincter a little bit, but it's all fine. Like I've never had a problem with it, touch wood. But what I did have a problem with, and this took out probably a good afternoon of my time. I've got 2 computers that run HX Edit, and I updated on the laptop that I'm using to record right now. So I updated HX Edit and then updated the HX Stomp. Once the update on the HX Stomp had finished and I'd downloaded 3.15, I went to open up HX Edit on that laptop and it just wouldn't open. Just like you'd click on it and it'd like register as if it had noticed the clicks, and then nothing had happened. So I pulled up Task Manager to see what the fuck was going on. It flashed up HX Edit and then just disappeared, and would do that just consistently. Like so, I uninstalled it and reinstalled it exactly the same. Tried running it as an administrator, exactly the same. Tried running it in compatibility mode in like Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows XP versions. And it's just no bueno. So HXEdit just doesn't work on that computer anymore. And I've got a desktop computer which is right next to it as well, and that's always had problems with HXEdit where you'd be able to like open up HXEdit for about a minute or 2 minutes, and then it would just suddenly disconnect from the Helix, and then wouldn't let you reconnect. So I had a really, really frustrating time of like fighting.
I had that with my Kemper because the Kemper used to connect over like the USB function for the updates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the amount of times where it like plugged the USB in and it wasn't connecting on the Kemper profiler editor updater thing, and you unplug it, plug it in, not working, unplug it, plug it in, not working, turn it around, unplug it, plug it in, and it's just like, and doing that process of about 70 times until it used to pick it up. And it's so infuriating.
Yeah, I mean, because the whole idea behind it was that I was going to record, record screen capture of what I was doing with some of the updates on 3.15 and release it as a video for Pedalboards of Doom. But of course, that doesn't work when you've not got a working version of HXEdit. So I ended up doing it where I recorded my footage of my playing through a couple of pedals, and actually the video turned out really well, even though you can see the frustration in my face, like in some of the bits of the video. I don't know, maybe I hit it well, but so I basically did a top 5 of the my picks of what I thought were the best ones of 3.15, and I bowed to a little bit of pressure with this as well. I'll let you have the opening one, number 5, and I'll let you have that one for free. The rest you've got to go watch the video. The reason I chose number 5 was because of the popularity in the Facebook groups, and just people going, oh my God, we've got a shimmer reverb. We've got a shimmer reverb. This is not a drill. So I did put in the shimmer reverb as my number 5 pick, just as an homage to the Facebook groups.
And how is it as a shimmer?
When you load it up initially, it's way overpowering. Like the shimmer on the reverb is really loud, and it's like super in your face. But if you like work with it a little bit and dial that back, and I dial back a bit of the reverb as well, you'll hear on the video that I like my setting for it is quite subtle, and it almost kind of swells in with that like upper octaviness, and it sounds really good. It sounds, because my experience of shimmer reverbs have been those cheap Chinese pedal shimmer reverbs, which like only sound good under very certain circumstances, like a certain chord at a certain place on the neck, with the wind behind you on a Tuesday. And then any other time you can hear like digital artifacts, and you can hear this, like you can hear the workings behind it, and it's just it's almost there. Like
it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. Like considering the money you pay for those pedals, you shouldn't really be complaining all that much. But it's frustratingly almost there. But there was none of that with the Helix stuff. It just sounded smooth and fluid. So I was cool with that. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing this week. I've been playing with the Helix 3.15 update, running through some of these crazy effects and trying to figure out what some of them do. there was like a couple of the delays that just didn't do anything, and I assume it's one of these where you've got to like plug an expression in or something, and I haven't got that, so like I've got this delay up, and it's just can't really hear any difference. I'm just going to start moving knobs and see what happens. No, it's still nothing.
Well, I happen to have a spare expression pedal that is gathering dust.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe we can sort something out.
You can indeed.
Indeed. But you've also you've been tackling the world of updates as well, haven't you, Mr.
Yes,
Joshy
we
Josh?
had Quad Cortex COS 1.32, I think. Whatever version it was when I do the video, I'll put it in there. But they had their sort of bigger update coming, which was the release of the much anticipated looper. Which a lot of people were asking for. Me personally, it's not something I really use much.
Yeah.
So kind of, I've never been one to, play a chord, stick it on a loop, and away you go. Because I've always found when I've used loopers, when I've tried to use them, if you do but to be fair, the only time I've used them was on the Kemper. And the Kemper looper was kind of like you'd play a chord under one patch. And it's like, okay, so I want a gain patch to go over this. And then it just copied the same sound to the loops. And it's just like, no, this sounds like shit.
So you couldn't like put it after like a gain patch so that it would save that as a snapshot.
So it doesn't matter what patch, say like you've recorded a chord progression on the clean patch, but you wanted an overdrive for the solo to go over it, you would have to either use the same one that you did the chord progression on, or if you want the lead sound, your progression's got to have that sound.
It's basically putting a looper at the front of your chain.
Yeah, essentially. I haven't had too much to figure with that at the moment, because the one that's really had me excited was the freeze function that they've added in. And it's much like, there's many different principles that you can use it with.
Yeah.
So they created a preset, I think it's called Freeze Me. And the first thing I did was play those opening licks to For the Love of God, because it kind of gives you that sustain note, because when obviously he plays that live, he uses the sustaining act to just get ridiculous amounts of sustain when he's holding his notes.
Yeah.
So like I want to try and use it in that perspective, but it doesn't hold it. Like you can hold it much longer than you normally would, but it does then just suddenly drop off.
Yeah, it's not an infinite sustain.
Yeah. Whereas there's a patch that I have downloaded where you play a chord, you press button to like B, for example, then it holds that note that you've played, and then it puts it into like an ambient pad texture, and it's like this beautiful sounding like big chord, and then you can play lead over the top of it, and that works beautifully. But I want to do that with just
individual notes,
like the single note infinite sustain sort of thing. So I'm kind of playing with that to get used to it. They've added in other little bits and pieces. Like
there's a couple of amp models as well, isn't there?
They've added. I think
AC15 was there as well.
Yeah, AC15, Bogner Shiva. I think they added the Silver Jubilee as well.
I did see that. I did see that.
Top of my head, which I am a sucker for the Silver Jubilee, I will be honest. And little things like, you can now change the colours of the LEDs and, bits and pieces like that. Which, I mean, if you want to do that, you can. I'm not really fussed about what colours the LEDs are. It doesn't bother me, but the freeze is definitely something I'm going to start experimenting with more, and I'll be doing the video once I've kind of got my head around it properly for the channel.
Fabulous.
it's going to be another like Quad Cortex versus Helix video again.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah. Which update's better? Yeah.
And I believe they've also refined the CPU. Like some of the Quad Cortex captures now actually take up less CPU, so you can get out more bang for your buck. Like you couldn't already do that before.
I was gonna say, like the video that you did trying to max out the CPU, and it was like, nah, you're all right.
Nah, yeah, you're okay. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah. Now they've just made it even more difficult.
Yeah, it's mad.
Fuckers. Oh dear. And Mr. Matthew Quine,
Hello.
what have you been up to this week?
As I was saying before the cast to you guys, I don't think I've picked a guitar up since the last podcast. I was like, haven't really got anything to talk about. And then I realised like I've got 2 new albums for the record player that I bought over Christmas that I've been listening to.
I mean, new to you. Tell us what.
I mean, they're definitely not. Like, one of them's from the fucking 70s. Yeah, I think it's 70s, and the other one's from like 11 years ago. So,
I mean, that's practically brand new. That is to me.
It's absolutely probably the most modern album I've enjoyed. Like, music realistically for me died in about 2008 ish. Like there hasn't been anything really that good since. This is one of the few exceptions. It was El Camino by the Black Keys, which is one of my favourite albums, and the missus kind of knows that, so she picked that up. And the other one that she bought was Brothers in Arms, which again is another one of my favourite albums, and I've been listening to both of them. The El Camino was a 10th anniversary special edition, so it's a three-disc vinyl with the second and third discs are a live performance from 2012. So there's some little bits of extra gold on there. And what I'm realising now is that I've got quite a few albums that with songs on that I quite enjoy playing to is I don't have an amp I can use in my own house. So like I've got a headphone amp, which it's fine, but like you're not really what you want to use for jamming along to things in the lounge or the bedroom or whatever. And I've got some valve amps that would probably piss the neighbours off. And I don't have like all through like I learnt the guitar basically by playing along with a stereo.
Yeah.
And I can't do that at the moment. So I'm thinking
Quad
about
Cortex.
I mean, sure, like I'd need something with speakers to plug into, and I would like into like an FRFR or something.
Yeah.
Alongside it, wouldn't I?
What about guitar plugins on your computer?
Yeah, but I don't have speakers for my computer, so it's basically just a headphone amp. So yeah, I'm considering maybe getting a cheap 10-watt practice amp, or maybe something a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, or maybe I'll just buy an FRFR speaker and use my simplifier, because I think that's probably the best solution. And then I've got a backup for gigs, and also you can turn it down, and it doesn't really like you can turn the volume of the FRFR down, and it doesn't change how the simplifier is interacting with the guitar.
Yeah. I mean, all signs point to that being the best option, because
Positive Grid Spark.
That was the other thing that I've been looking at, but I've heard mixed reviews about the Spark.
Yeah, I have as well. I've heard some people absolutely slating it.
I've also heard some people saying it's one of the best things they've ever done was buy one of them. But yeah, I think they're very Marmite things.
Yeah. I mean, like the Katana though, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Some people rave about them, and I've played a couple, and I've always been just lukewarm about them.
I mean, I've heard people use a 50-watt live and it sounded fine, but they were also using like pedals that were worth 5 times what the amp was worth, in which case, are you really hearing that anymore? Or, when you can see that they've got a drive pedal at the end of their rig, so they're clearly using the clean channel on the Katana and then using that as a preamp.
Yeah.
Do you really know what the amp sounds like anymore at that point when you know there's an always-on preamp pedal?
I saw when I went to the UK Guitar Show when that was a thing, and I was chatting to Rob Chapman kind of before it was all opened up to the public, and on the morning, and he was just playing through one of the Chapman guitars through the katana, and that was it. And it just sounded immense. I do really want one, but I've never bought one.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've told the story about the katana that me and Yeomans had to use at a rehearsal room once. That we were doing a bit of like demo recording, and Yeomans bought his valve amp and it started playing up. So we used the katana that was there, and we had to scrap every track because they just sounded so thin and weak. That it just basically ruined the ruined the day.
The vibe.
Yeah. Like I'd come back home ready to mix these tracks. I was like, well, this is thin and shitty. Let's try the next track. No, this is thin and shitty. And it just like I ended up just deleting the tracks. Just like, okay, start again.
Do it again next week.
Yeah. I mean, we did, and the demo sounded really good. But no thanks to the katana. I'll tell you actually, I did use a katana like a open mic kind of jam event. But again, I ran my pedal board through it, and it sounded okay. Like it didn't sound offensively bad. So that's a step up. But we've got something coming up in the news that might also tempt you, Mr. McQuine. Well, maybe,
Yes.
Maybe if we can convince ourselves.
I think you've got more chance of being fucking using side-mounted jacks or whatever than...
Yeah, like
It's just wrong. I mean, I do have some pedals with side mounted jacks, but it's still wrong.
there's two on the same side.
I even tagged him in a post on that on Facebook.
But mate, like
Oh dear.
jacks on the one side, and on the other side the knobs for it, and the switch like on the top or something.
Yeah, and the power jack on the fourth side.
On the front. Oh, I've got to make that now. Because it's doable. You could put them wherever you want.
Yeah.
You could have
There's
them.
a reason you don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like you could have them mounted underneath the pedal.
Why don't you just make the entire thing in a fucking Rose's tin whilst you're at it?
I mean that's doable. I mean, because roses don't come in tins anymore, do they? They're all plastic tat now.
I don't eat chocolate really, so I'm not au fait with the modern world of plastic chocolate tins.
Yeah. Well, basically, you get half of what you used to in the 80s, and the tins aren't as good. So.
Can I just point out I didn't get anything in the 80s because I wasn't alive?
Yeah, I mean, like I weren't either. I was just about. So I might have.
I was going to say, you lying bastard.
Yeah, I only saw a couple of years of the 80s, and I can't remember them. I was absolutely blasted the entire time. Off my tits on milk.
Literally off his tits.
Oh.
Off my tits. Yeah. Oh shit! Right, let's.
Before we get into the news, would you like some breaking news?
Go on. Oh, go on then.
Mexican fenders are about to get really expensive.
What?
Okay.
The Mexican fender factory is currently on fire.
Oh, okay. So lots of roasted maple coming out then.
Yeah,
Hey!
roasted maple, and like everything's going to be like 1,300 quid because they're going to be really fucking hard to get hold of. But yeah, about 6:30 p.m. Mexican time, which was this morning, so like lunchtime our time.
Mexican time, fuck me.
I have to be quite honest, and I'm amazed that the factories have managed to fall on fire, because surely when they're there at work, they're just going...
Well, this happened at 6:30 in the morning, so they weren't in the factory at the time, I would imagine.
Oh.
They were at home doing that instead of at the work doing that.
I mean, in all seriousness, I hope everyone's okay. I hope there's no, hope there's no casualties or any injuries with it. But
it does mean that when you get your Mexican guitar now, it comes with free tortilla chips.
Whee.
oh, imagine like a tortilla scratch plate. Oh,
Just chip off. Replace it after every gig with a new one, and then just as you're gigging, just chip it off. And
guacamole
you've got-
and like.
You've got your beer holder on your mic stand, but instead you've got some guacamole in it.
Have you ever tried to play a tortilla on a vinyl?
I have not.
Oh, I've seen the video.
Why didn't I expect that? I should have known that was coming.
Oh, dear. Oh. Yeah. So...
For pedal boards of doom and Fret Talk do wish that everybody there is okay.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and I hope that the factory recovers from it quick as well, because no one wants to be buying £1,300 made in Mexico Strats. Like, no one wants that.
Yeah, no, there's no positive to come out of this.
No,
It's just I just hope everyone's all right.
indeed. So let's do some news. Some news that's not breaking and not about fire. Well, not yet anyway. So, Line 6. Aside from releasing 3.15, they have also sneakily released a new amplifier range. Say what? Yeah, they've released essentially like a modeling solid state kind of thing. So it's definitely not like the DT range or the Spider Valve or anything like that. You're talking towards the lower end, but it's not a Spider either. So this new range is called the Catalyst, not the Katana. What you want about the Catalyst? They come in 3 different versions: 60, 100, and 200 watts. Being solid state like Class D, you're probably talking the equivalent of like a 5 watt, 20 watt, and 50 watt combo valve. So the big selling point behind this is they're pushing the fact that this has got Helix algorithms within it. So some of the sounds within it are Helix. Like, yeah, that's really cool.
So it's an amp that does Helix sound. So it's going to have the Helix amps in it, right?
Well, I mean, you would think so, wouldn't you? You'd think that's a nice, easy job. Someone's just got to copy and paste the files. Just yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
and then get like have the afternoon off. You're sorted there. No,
yeah.
No, wrong. So they've put like the modulations and the reverbs and all of that. That sounds, from what it sounds like they're doing with that, is their Helix based algorithms for that. However, they've decided to do completely original amp designs for the amp. So there are six models, and I don't have them to hand, but they.
I have them in front of me. I have them in front of me.
Go on then. In fact, let's try and guess some. So Clean's definitely one, isn't it?
Yeah, Clean.
I remember them saying something about Boutique is definitely one.
That's the next one. No. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you've skipped. But yes.
Have we got Tweed?
No. What else might you call Tweed?
Booze.
Not quite. Chime.
Chime. That's an AC. That is. That's not a Tweed, surely.
It's bright and thingy. So yeah, maybe it is. But maybe Boutique is the Tweed and Chime is the thing. And you've got Crunch. Okay.
Then we've got Crunch.
You've got 2 more to get. The 2 higher, or the 2 heavier than Crunch. So
let's American.
Please say like Metal and Insane. Please.
No,
please.
No Metal, no American, no Insane.
Metal.
High Gain.
High Gain is the highest one.
Yes.
You've got 1 more to get.
Lead.
Nope.
Drive.
Nope.
Distortion.
Nope.
Crunchzilla.
It starts with a D. I'll give you that.
It always starts with a D.
I think we could sit here till next week and you wouldn't say this word.
Go on,
Dynamically controlled, algorithmically done distortion.
No, but you almost got it. It's dynamic. So there's 1 amp mode that's dynamic, and the rest of them aren't dynamic.
Yeah, the rest are as flat as shit.
Yeah, so the 5th one, between Crunch and High Gain, is dynamic.
And there's no like British or American or
No.
Which,
Okay.
being Line 6 dynamic's not the one thing they can do.
I mean, the fact that they've lost the insane moniker is poor form. Poor form. I mean, it isn't the 2000s anymore, so you can't really have insane, can you? But there you go.
No.
So those 6
And
amp
they've
models.
got a tap tempo tuner on it.
Of course you do, yeah. So you can tune in time.
I don't think that's exactly what it is, but if you go over to the effect side,
Yeah.
there's a button that's got tap tuner.
Yeah, usually you hold that in.
For the tuner and then tap it.
Yeah, and if it's anything like the ones on the spider amps, the tap tempo really doesn't relate to what you tap into it.
Is it Morse code? You're spelling out the speed that you want.
Yeah. But yeah, so we've got 6 new amp models, and I think the justification for it, with them not just using 6 awesome amp models from the Helix, is that they've reworked the EQ control on it so that you can get a load of different EQ options out of each amp model. So it's not just like the clean isn't just based on like a Fender clean. It's like this almost generic clean tone, but then the EQ controls are so powerful that you can get multiple different voicings of clean tone out of it.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. And each and every one of the amp models have got a boost that is designed to work with that as well. So each of the boost controls is flavored towards the amp model as well, which is really cool. I'm assuming the high gain is like the boost is maybe like a tube screamer in the front, which is your standard go-to. The one on the clean channel is like, if you really, really push it, just adds the tiniest bit of hair onto it. So maybe kind of almost like clonny sound, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. But they've thought about how that boost works and interacts with each of them. They've got 6 different reverb types, and like I say, I think they are from the Helix bank of. Hopefully, it's not saying like from the Helix bank, and they're actually like the legacy ones. So actually, like the
M5 and
the those ones.
What really concerns me looking at the controls on the top of this as well is effect is just a word, and it's not like the old one, like the old modelers that you used to get, where it was like it had a chorus knob and a thing, and like you twisted it and it went from chorus to reverb to delay to phaser. It's just it's got the same markings around the effect knob as everything else. You've got no idea until you play what effect you're turning on and off.
The Black Star ID series are a bit like that. It's just got like a line that gets like progressively thicker and then stops, and then you get another line that gets progressively thicker.
That's like the old blues cubes, but this isn't even that. This is the same. Drawn around it is exactly the same as what's around boost and gain and bass and mid and treble and presence. So until you're changing it, I assume the effect knob is actually the amount of effect, and you press. There's some sort of menu with the tuner buttons, because the tap tempo, the green and red for the tuner for up and down also look like buttons as well. So it looks like maybe you can control like what the effect is from there, but you're never going to know what the effect is until you're trying to turn it on.
Yeah, I think we need a little bit more clarification on.
I need to work out how that works, because that looks really kind of clunky at the moment.
Yeah,
if like your big selling point is this has got some Helix stuff in it, but you don't know what it is until you turn it on, and you got to faff around. And if you want to use 3 different sounds, buy a MIDI controller or.
It's going to be interesting to see if you can actually incorporate using the, like, say, if you've got a HX stump, is that going to be compatible with the amp itself? Like as a switcher, or it'd be quite useful if people can utilize, if say, like, you've already got the HX stump.
Yeah,
you could utilize that within. import effects or be able to like use it as a switcher.
So
Quite useful.
I don't think they've got any like import functions with it, and I think they've done that on purpose because it's quite a budget friendly amp, and if you can start like importing bits from the Helix catalog, then you're pretty much kind of selling yourself. Like you're selling that unit short, aren't you? But it does have the option to go directly into the power amp. So if you have got modeling, like if you do own the HX Stomp and you've got all your patches set up on that and you know exactly what you want, you can use this as an FR cab. But then it also gives you the option of if that unit happened to stop working, or if you were using that for like your home interface or whatever, and you needed to go to a gig and you weren't really like me, you're a bit protective over it, and you don't want people spilling beer on it. You could carry on. Yeah.
A question for you: does the HX Stomp have MIDI out?
Possibly.
Because if it does, it would give you an extra bank of effects. Because
there's MIDI on.
Has got MIDI in, so like if you want, like I don't know what's the limit on effects for the HX Stomp? Is it 6?
8.
8. Okay, so it's unlikely that you're going to want more than 8. But if you wanted 9, you could use one of the effects in this and your other banks.
I mean, there's nothing saying that you couldn't use the HX Stomp at the front end running like any of the modulations that you want and like drive pedals that you wanted, because you're bound to have more options within the Stomp.
Yeah.
And then using that amp to do the amp switching, like having whatever amp channel you want to go into. There's nothing saying that you couldn't do that. So that would be quite cool to integrate the two things. And you could possibly then run into like the power amp and have like some patches where you just do the amp modeling from the Stomp itself. So that would give you like the 6 banks on the amp, and then whatever you can add on through the Stomp. Yeah. So that then like expands it quite considerably. And there's nothing saying that you have to use just the Stomp with it. You could use the GT Core, or you could use the Quad Cortex or the Head Rush or any of those kind of amp modeling units.
I'll be damned if I'm going to pay for a 1,500 quid car talk to get somebody for a fucking Line 6.
But I mean, if you were looking for an FR cab,
then just get a Head Rush or the Harley Benton one.
But I mean the Harley Benton, like legit, the Head Rush one is pretty much the same price as the 60 watt of this. So
is it going to be clean as clean as the?
If you can bypass all the modelling and go into
direct into power amp,
and turn it into just the power amp.
Yeah, I would still probably go for the Harley Benton, but that's me because I'm a Line 6 snob.
Well, there you go. I've got to change that. I've got to convince you otherwise. But there we go. So I mean, there's loads of options with this. Some of the things we haven't mentioned. It does have an XLR out, which you don't tend to find on a lot of amps in general. I mean, you find it a lot on bass amps, but you don't tend to find it on guitar amps. And if you've got like the amp modeling and I assume it's like cab modeling as well, because the unit can be used as an FR speaker. So I'm assuming you're then getting like a cab emulated out you could go like to the desk and whatnot. So that's really cool. Prevents you having to like mic up your amp.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. There's also USB interface mode on it, which gives you the option of four channels. I'm not entirely sure what the 4 channels do, but I'm assuming from that you are at the very least getting stereo, like a stereo image of your guitar tone. So I'm assuming with that, some of these effects are stereo effects. But I mean, that's just pure speculation. But it would make sense definitely to do that.
Say there's not much reason to give it as 4-channel over USB unless you're going to have at least stereo in, like maybe your delays and possibly your reverbs, maybe chorus. I don't know.
Yeah, like stereo modulation is fabulous.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have 4 outs from a guitar amp unless you're going to use different ones for different things. Surely.
Yeah. You don't want 4 of the same thing being pushed there, do you? That would be a classy move.
Especially not through USB where you can't like put them through 4 different pedals. It's just the same thing 4 times straight to your computer.
That's it. Yeah, recording 4 channels of exactly the same audio.
That really wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, steady on now. Steady on. So that is the unit. So the 60 watt was something like 249, weren't it? I think you had the prices up, didn't you, Matt?
I did. 249 for the 60, 339 for the 100, 439 for the 200 at Guitar.
There you go. Other guitar shops are available.
And more expensive.
but there you go. I mean, like 249 is like a pretty standard price for an FR speaker, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
I think around that price there were the 100 watt, but this also you're also getting an amp with it essentially as well. So
yeah,
like it's its own built-in backup. So like it's tough to argue against it. However, we've talked kindly about it. How much is this like the Helix, and how much of it is like the Spider?
I mean, it's just Spider. What was the last version of Spider? Spider 6? Is this just Spider 7?
Yeah,
cut back a little bit.
It's basically a spider, but it's dressing up as a Helix.
Indeed.
I mean, it's more, to me, it's more like a spider dressing up as a katana.
Indeed. Yeah. So
yeah,
it looks
Spytana,
and it like even the name itself, Catalyst. It's almost taken a pop at the katana, isn't it?
It is.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see how good it is. It has power attenuation in it as well. I forgot to mention that. So it has power attenuation.
What does 150, 0.5 and mute, I think. So you can mute it and send it to your desk, so you're not like
So you don't have to backlight.
Off.
Yeah. Cool. We've got some more news. That news is Fender. We've mentioned them before. They are doing a USA Rosewood George Harrison telly. On my piece of paper, like these two bits of news have kind of conflated because I've run out of space. So it says USA Rosewood George Harrison USB interface telly, which I don't think is right.
I didn't see the USB interface when I got the email about it.
I'll be honest, I think I got that wrong. So the USB interface George Harrison telly it's a slightly different version than we've had, because we've had a Japanese one, we've had a custom shop one, and they have been like full rosewood bodies. This again is like full rosewood, but it's chambered, so that it's not like having the weight of 1,000 suns weighing on your shoulders. It's now only the weight of 500 suns on your shoulders. So that's.
I do love the look of a solid rosewood guitar, or like the entire guitar is just rosewood finished, like oil finished or whatever, or just coated. I just think it looks so good.
Yeah, it's iconic as well, isn't it?
Am I right in saying, wasn't there like I can't remember the exact name of the model, but I swear there was another Telecaster that looks near enough identical. Was it the Vintera or something like that? And I think there was one that was like fully rosewood.
I don't remember a rosewood one recently.
Not in the Vintera series. I think there was one, like a made in Mexico about like 10 years ago. But I know Harley Benton did something similar, and it was just like it was a dyed,
a brown painted guitar.
Yeah, but they also did the neck as well, I think. Oh, brilliant! You gotta love them, you gotta love a trier. But yeah, so this is legit. This is a rosewood body. It's going to be an absolute pain in the arse if you want to transport it anywhere because it's fully rosewood.
Which
but
means it goes over whatever the weight limit. I think is it £5 is the weight limit before you need a CITES license.
Yeah,
so it's a Telecaster. Even if you chamber it, it's going to weigh more than £5.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah.
You're gonna need a license to cross borders with this. So if you're a touring musician, I just wouldn't. Mind you, if you're a touring musician, you're not a touring musician at the moment, really, are you? More than likely.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, how's the job centre if you're a touring musician? So it's chamber rosewood body. It's a 9.5 inch radius neck with medio jumbo frets, which is apparently similar to the original. It's got an ohm neck plate, so it's got the Hindu, is it? Om.
Isn't that like the neck plate that's got the least amount of resistance?
No, it's got 1 ohm. Oh dear.
That was a smart joke, people.
Indeed. One of our listeners is going to be absolutely enjoying that joke. Just the one. Just the one.
Well, evidently won't be an American then.
Oh, see, I was thinking it'd be one of that's it. Bye. See you later.
Bye.
I reckon our Doug's gonna get a kick out of that one because he's a pedal guy as well. He does 37 effects. Check them out.
Yeah.
So we got pure vintage 64 grey bottom pickups, which means nothing to me. I assume that
sounds like a pickup.
It does, yeah. It's just Oh, we were supposed to be talking about your pickups, weren't we, Joshy Josh? We'll do that. We'll do that after this.
We'll get to that.
We'll do that one after this. So yeah, it's $2,500. Like, it's all good and well talking about it, and I'm sure the custom shop ones were more, and so on and so forth. $2,500 for a guitar that you won't be able to move around countries.
I mean, like, it looks sexy though.
I mean, it is, yeah.
It would, but again, the devil's advocate in me goes, who is actually like asking for this? Because when I look on the guitar forums on Facebook, and you see like, oh, what are people really asking for? What I want is a guitar that breaks your back. You can't take anywhere. It's all made out of rosewood. It's got 60s grey bottleneck pickups or whatever. And it's like I don't see
like
anybody.
They're made from a bottlenose dolphin or something.
with bits of real dolphin. I mean, they've essentially said "fuck you, rosewood trees," haven't they? So they might as well throw the dolphins under the bus as well while they're there.
I am that sort of person where people should be making guitars what people kind of are actually asking for, and would actually realistically be huge big sellers. It feels like this is gonna take more money to make than it is to sell.
I mean, they probably will take quite a bit of money to make, granted, but these will sell like absolute hotcakes.
Yeah,
because they're rare. Yeah, like coming off the Get Back documentary as well, people are hot on the fact that the Beatles were pretty good. Like they wrote songs pretty well, and George Harrison, arguably the best one. So,
I mean, his songs were not as good as the other two, but he's definitely the best musician.
Yeah, just the best one, like out of the lot of them, because he's the least knob.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. But then, like, he was so much. Well, no, you can't really say that because you don't really know what he was like because his wife left him for Eric Clapton, and if you're leaving somebody for Eric Clapton, either your morals are fucked or the person you left was even worse than Eric Clapton.
I would have thought that a guitar being made out of rosewood would have been absolutely perfect for Stella McCartney.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, that's where we're leaving that one. That's where we're leaving that one. I would be tempted to say let's wrap it for this week, but we have got some pickups to talk about, haven't we, Josh? We forgot about it. So,
Mr. Fletcher, if you're listening, I will be contacting you before this has aired or after this has aired.
I mean, it's one of the two at least, isn't it?
Or during the airing of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, or during the airing. So, listeners, people of the internet, I want some new pickups, but I'm a tight-fisted bastard, so I don't like parting with my money, and I don't want to resort to the bog standard of going for an EMG 80 160 set because that's what everybody else does. I want something different.
Yeah. So what's it going in?
So it's going in. You know, we're not going to make any bones about it. It's going in a cheap ESP LTD because it's the first guitar I ever owned, and I feel like it needs a bit of love.
Yeah.
It's open C tuned. It's for playing, shall we say, progressive style music. So I would like something ideally with nice bit of mid range, but also can push it for the hot sort of, dig in metal when you need to and keep the clarity, but also clean up quite nicely. And obviously there is a certain guitar pickup brand here in Birmingham, West Midlands, under the name of Fletcher Pickups, which I am kind of interested in looking at. I will not lie.
I mean, you can't go wrong. Like, I went in to Fletcher Pickups wanting like a Telecaster bridge pickup, which sounded similar to a Seymour Duncan quarter pounder. And once I'd bought that, I ended up just not stop buying them. And now I could probably count on one hand the amount of guitars that don't have Fletcher pickups because all the rest now do. So that kind of speaks volumes to the quality of his stuff. What are you thinking in terms of? So you were talking like kind of mid to high output. Are you worried about like the magnets? Are you worried like ceramic versus Alnico? And are you talking passive or active?
I think if I could have them as passive, it would be ideal because there's already not enough space for like a battery compartment in there anyway.
Okay.
So being able to keep them as passive would be ideal. Whereas, to be honest, I've never really looked into magnets enough deeply to fully. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, electricity comes in, sound goes out. It's all wizardry as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, I know that pickups are basically microphones, but so in terms of different magnets, I have no idea what's going to be better or worse, to be honest with you.
Right, so part of that information was true. But there we go. So if I was to break it down simply, so ceramics tend to give you, ceramic pickups tend to get a bit of a bad rap because they are used in cheaper pickups predominantly. Like you'll find like your budget Strats have like a ceramic bar magnet in them, and they tend to be a little bit more compressed than Alnico magnets. They tend to be more open and have a bit more nuance to them. They have more of a dynamic range, but if you're looking kind of heavier styles, ceramic pickups are a popular choice. And if you've got good ceramic magnets in there, then there's no reason why they can't be good quality, like as good quality as Alnico, but they are a different flavour. Alnico magnets tend to be they tend to be the more vintage sounding pickups, and the number that you get after the Alnico, so like Alnico 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. The lower the number, the lower the output of that magnet is. So you tend to find like Alnico 2 pickups are really vintage sounding because they've got a less strong magnet pull.
Yes.
Obviously, like things can alter this, like the winds of the pickups and the gauge of the wire as well. But like generally speaking, like I think like the slash set of like the Seymour Duncan slash set of pickups are Alnico 2s. So that'll give you an idea as to what that's about. Alnico 5s tend to be your standard strap pickup because they're high enough output to put out a bit of heat, but they're not overpowering. But if you wanted to go metal, but with some dynamics, I know Fletch does an Alnico 8, which is generally unheard of. But he does an Alnico 8 pickup, which I tried before, and is really it's got like a massive dynamic range to it, but also kick the head of your amping. Because they're really, really like aggressive output. I think Ollie had a set of Elysium pickups. I think they were like high output Alnico 5s. Not entirely
I have been looking at them, and I have to admit they do look absolutely exquisite.
Yeah, he does some fantastic stuff, but the man to talk to about it, because I'm very much merely a Padawan to Fletcher's full-on pick-up Jedi goodness. So he's definitely the guy to have a chat with about it.
Absolutely, and apparently he lives not too far from me, which would be useful because I can just hop in there in a taxi and give him the guitar and be like, there you go.
Yeah, make it gooder.
Please, sir, make it better.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But actually, you know what? In all fairness, the passive DSP pickups are in there at the moment. I've got some real good fucking honk to them, I will be honest, but there's still that what's the best way to word it? It's slightly too warm and muddy.
Yeah.
I think is the best way to kind of describe how it sounds. We all know what they're like.
Yeah, and it generally seems to be like with cheap or the lower end guitars, like the pickups that you get tend to be that little bit. If they're not
woolly,
the sound that you're looking for, it's because they're woolly or they're a little bit too warm. Like the Gretsch that I got for me 30th off the missus, like my one criticism would be when you play it clean without any pedals is the pickups are a little bit woolly, and I have considered myself maybe picking up some more Fletchers. I've got 3 guitars that don't have the stock pickups in them, and 2 of them have got Fletchers in. And the only thing that stopped me is they're these weird. So instead of being the normal mounting for like a Filtertron style, they've got 4 screws on the outside.
Yeah.
So it'd probably end up it'd be easier for me if I just sent him and said, "Can you rewind these?" rather than having him try and work out exactly how to make a bespoke pickup just for this one guitar.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that puts me off. But like, I might end up messaging him because you got me thinking about pickups again now.
The ones that I was looking at the corner of my eye was the Hell LV5.
Okay.
Because he said like you're a bit attacking for the clean tones, but hopefully with the Quad Cortex I can kind of manage that anyway. But it says, balanced with thick mids, and I'm like, that could be quite good. But I was looking at those ones, and I'm just scrolling through because where were the other ones? The Neo Hell.
Oh yeah, the neodymium magnets ones.
Yeah,
I've tried those as well, and surprisingly more vintage than you would expect. I mean, they're not in any direction like very vintage, but I was expecting them to be somewhere in the region of like ceramic pickups plus. But they actually sounded like really supercharged paths. So I was really down with them. Like Fletch put a Neodymium and an Alnico 8 in an SG copy, and I didn't want to give it back because it sounded so good. But yeah, like have a chat with Fletch because he'll guide you on that tonal journey. He's really good. He'll take the time and just have like a back and forth with you and find out exactly what you want.
Yeah, because I'd probably send him like obviously sound samples and stuff like Devin does, and he'd be like, "Look, this is the sort of thing that I want," and I'm sure he'll probably know it. He'll go, "Oh yeah, you need the whatever set."
Yeah, he's an absolute tonal wizard.
Obviously, if he's supporting this podcast, he must know what he's doing.
Wee, my man. Oh, and that's where we should end for this week. What a lovely place to end. We've given a shout out to 37 Effects. We've given a shout out to Fletch, and we're going to give them another official shout out because they are Patreon backers. And for as little as $2 a month, you can also be one of those people. One of the cool kids. Was that a dog?
That was my arse.
I thought it was.
It was growling. Well, that's staying in.
Well, I'm not sure the mic that you guys are... certainly the ones that you guys hear, because it's like sat in the corner way over there, that heard it, but I'm not sure the one in front of my face did.
Oh, there you go. There you go. But yeah, so as little as $2 a month, you can be one of the crew, and you will cause the dogs to bark. And our current Patreon entourage are as follows: Mr. Andrew Bimson, Mr. Adam Yeomans, Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects, of Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and of the Just Surprise Me podcast, Mr. Hugh G. Rection.
Way.
Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, and Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast and the Second Button podcast. Oh, all these podcasts, I listen to them as well. They're all good. Fantastic. If you want to catch me...
There's also another podcast that you need to check out.
Go on. The
Guitar Geeks podcast.
Yeah, you do. But just wait a moment. You get your time to plug. You get your time. So, if you want to catch me online, I am BudgetPedalChap. You can find me at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube is the home to the No Talk All Tone series, which this week features the Mosky Spring Reverb. Matt, you are on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. No, not Twitch anymore.
I haven't Twitch streamed in about 2 years, but sure.
Still follow him, just for the lols. And that's at heel_Matt Q. And Mr. Josh, you are Joshy ZK at YouTube and the Corona Mortis on Instagram. And we can find you on the Guitar Geeks podcast also.
Yes, with a brand new episode that was just out this weekend.
Yeah, boy. And we can find you on Pedalboards of Doom as well, which you can also find me as well. And possibly by the time that this is out, we might have another Joshy Josh video. Maybe.
Hopefully.
We shall see. So, that will be us for this week. Thank you so much. From myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. From Mr. Matt Kwan. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Yay. And, oh my gosh, it's Josh.
Dabba-da doom. Keeping it real for Lee, who's not here.
Indeed, for our fallen homie. Yabba dabba doom.
Well, hopefully he hasn't fallen, because that would be absolutely tragic if he had done.
Oh yeah, it would make this outro super, super dark. I mean, it's still it's whether I edit it out or not it's down to the fates, isn't it? It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Ta-ra a bit.
Bye.
We need a shit joke.
What did the owl say to the other owl that fell off the tree?
Don't know.
Twit.